I'd like to introduce our speaker now, Gabe MENDEZ, Breaking Boundaries, Gabe MENDEZ.
What is your ultimate dream? If you could wave a magic wand today and you could have what you want, be who you wanted, be where you wanted to be, what would that look like to you? Don't say it out loud. And what would be your dream accomplishment? Pinnacle of your success, what would that be? Take a second, imagine that. Neil Armstrong, Edwin Aldrin, and Michael Collins were the first men in history to land on the moon. This happened on July 16th, 1969. Could you imagine being one of the first humans to accomplish something that no one's ever done? It would be a pretty awesome experience. To go down in history books, to build up a legacy, to have people look up to you, to be the first to have movies made of you, books published about your experience. That being you. So when you wave that magic wand, what does that look like? After achieving and earning and accomplishing your ultimate dream, then you just thought about that vision that you have in your head. After accomplishing all of that, I think the obvious question is this. If it were to happen today, I walk around to every single one of you and I give you a magic wand. Not a magic gavel, but a magic wand. I handed it to every single one of you. I said, go ahead, wave it. Today you have everything you want. The obvious question is, now what? You have all the money you want. You have all the health you want. You live in the place that you want. You have the status that you want. You have everything you want. Now what? Buzz Aldrin faced the same problem, asking himself, now what? Did you know that Buzz Aldrin, one of the first men to land on the moon, shortly after his accomplishment, fell into a deep depression? Did you know that he had 2 failed marriages, alcoholism? Did you know that his mom, shortly thereafter, committed suicide? He lost all of his money, lost all of his relationships. You're talking about a man who accomplished one of the biggest accomplishments in Earth. He left the Earth and landed on the moon. And he felt empty. He asked himself, now what? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, today I'll briefly explain why that is. I'm going to explain to every single one of you why that is. And the reason is, human beings have an essential thing in order to live their life. 2 essential things they need in order to live their life. Number 1 is, us as humans, we need vision. Now this is something that's secular, it's worldly. They'll talk about, as you grow up, you need to have a vision for your life in order to know where you want to go. But however, it's also biblical. In the Bible it states that a man without vision shall perish. So we have a vision. What's the other thing? The second thing that we need as humans is we need to enjoy the journey. Success without fulfillment is failure. Success without fulfillment is failure. So when Buzz Aldrin took his trip to the moon and he landed there and he fell into depression, he asked the question, now what? The biggest problem that Buzz had was that his entire day, every waking minute that he had, he spent looking toward the moon, landing on the moon. It was going to be the best experience ever his entire life. However, he forgot to enjoy the experience of every day waking up, every single day training, every day building those relationships. This is why if we were to give you a magic gavel today, and you waved it and you had everything you wanted, you would ask yourself a question, now what? Within a few weeks, maybe the next day. So in that case, we have to be very cognizant of this. So today, right now in your life, figure it out. Where is it that you want to end up? If you're there where you are now, you feel empty. Well, at least we know now why that is. It's been a proven concept. Tony Robbins, one of the best life coaches, in existence. And also studies have shown that people need to have this vision and this purpose behind their vision. So it's important for every single one of us today to decide two things. One, where are we going? And number two, how are we going to get there? But more importantly, as we're deciding how to get there, enjoying the process. Waking up every single day and saying, hey, we get to come here to Toastmasters. Share a smile with someone. Go home, say hi to mom, dad, significant other, friends, coworkers, whatever that might be. And remembering to enjoy the entire process. Because success without fulfillment is failure. A lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, a lot of these things could be avoided if we were to sit back and enjoy the moment and enjoy the process. Remember, we have to go through what we have to go through to get where we want to be. We have to learn to accept where we're at in order to be happy once we get there. So think of where you want to end up in life, that magic wand. Where you want to end up in life. And remember, that's just the icing on the cake. You planting your 2 feet on the moon is just icing on the cake. But really, what the real joy is in life, what the real fulfillment in his life is this. It's right here. It's right now. It's the moment you leave and you go home. It's the moment you hop in your car and you decide to listen to whatever you decide to listen to. That's the true joy in life. That's the true success. So remember, on your journey, you have 2 decisions to make. Either one, you could be a Buzz Aldrin and decide to land on your moon, and once you get there, to ask yourself, now what? Or number 2, as humans, we can make the conscious decision today and say, you know what, I'm going to shift that. I'm going to enjoy the process, and then I get to land on the moon right after that. Madam Toastmaster.
Gabe, you met your objectives. I think you did that exemplary. The speech was well organized, extremely well organized. I really enjoyed the way you asked that question. You asked us to think about us, what we wanted, and then bringing up that point where if you have everything, you really don't have everything. Your comfort up here was really good. Your vocal variety was, of course, excellent. The incorporating of the gavel or the wand and using that as a gesture, excellent. Clear, understandable, good tempance, good cadence, tempance. Good movement from start to finish. I liked really how you repeated the important points. If you have everything, then you've failed. We get so wrapped up in wanting everything, getting to those goals, and once we get them, now what? Excellent question. Oh, the way you used the lectern as a prop. You weren't standing here hiding behind it. You stood to the side, you used it, you incorporated it. Very good, very accomplished. As far as something to work on for improving, you might incorporate a visual. Our astronaut landing on the moon, the steps that he took. The other suggestion for improvement is to give us some references. How can we go about not only working towards our goals, but finding that focus and where we can get help on now what? Excellent call to action. Good job overall. Thank you very much.